Hey everyone, welcome back to Backwoods. I'm Andrew. Today we are back at the sawmill and I've got something that I'm going to add to the sawmill to hopefully make things a little bit easier. So stay tuned and let's see if we can't get that installed today. Hello again to everyone, welcome back to the mill. Hope y'all can hear me. I got everything on. It is extremely windy out here today, so please bear with me. I hope this mic does a good job. So let me know in the comments below if this does a good job, if y'all can hear me well or not. But today I've got an addition to the sawmill that'll help make the milling the logs a little bit faster and a little bit easier, and a little bit less time consuming. This was not my idea. I got this off of Sawing with Sandy. I'll try to find his video and link in the description below. I want to give credit where credit is due. And I actually got this from him. So I ordered a laser from a company, I believe it's out of Canada. There's probably others on the market, I don't really know, but I ordered it from this company that he did because his sawmill is also a woodland mills like mine. And there's a big shadow on my face, so let me see if I can't, that's a little bit better or not. See if that's a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. All right, so anyways, I'm sorry. Ordered it from a company called Apenex, I believe is what it's called. There's two different types of lasers that they offer. I'm sorry, there's not two different, I'm sorry. They offer a wide variety of stuff, but if you actually go to their website, you'll actually see, and I believe a link to their video, to Sawing with Sandy's video to where he actually ordered this. Now the two different types that they have on there are, I believe, a 30 watt and a 50 watt. I ordered the 50 watt because I was worried that the 30 watt would not be bright enough out here in the sun for me to pick up. So let me show you what we have in the package, what we actually ordered. All right, so the first thing is it does not come with batteries, so you will need batteries there. There's two different ones. This one is the battery pack. Now he has his directly wired to his battery because his sawmill actually does have a key start, remote start, a key start which has a battery. Mine does not. Mine is just strictly a pull start. So I actually do need the battery pack for this to obviously operate the laser. So the first thing is you've got the adapter here, as you can see, if you can see that. And I'll put a link in the description below on all this stuff that I got. A link to the website, and again, just like things you've seen here, none of this is sponsored. I bought this with my own money. We're going to install this and see how this actually works out here. So I bought this. This is actually the holds the batteries and runs the actual laser. And then I got the wind here. Let me get the stuff blown away here. I've got the actual laser mount on it. This is the one that he actually recommends. Sawing with Sandy, because it actually is a little more stable than the one he has. It holds it in there a little bit better. So I've got this one, and this is going to mount straight to the sawmill, and then you can obviously turn these, and you can turn it whichever way you want to. And then last but not least, one of the more important is the actual laser itself that you have here. So let's get going. Let's see about how we're going to install this today, and hopefully try and use it and see how it'll work. So let's get going. All right, so here's the bracket, and I'm going to try to figure out where to actually put it. Now, I think when Sandy actually did it, I think what he did was he put it on the side. Let me grab you so you can see what I'm up. I think he put it right here to start off with, something kind of like that. But I don't want to do that because obviously you got to be able to open the door to get to the blade or anything like that. And each time you do that, I think you're going to be hitting the laser, and I think you're going to have it off kilter. So I almost think it would be best to have it right here on the actual door. So when you open it, it just opens and then closes back with it, and it's going to stay there. So I think that's where I'm going to go with it. Obviously, I'm going to have to drill some holes through there, and hope I got the right screws or bolts to go in there. So let's start marking that off. All right, so I've taken a level and I've leveled, make sure that the sawmill was still level, and it is. I even did that. So I'm going to take my torque wrench, and I'm gonna tighten up the blade to make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. And then we're gonna see about putting the batteries attached to the laser, sticking it in the mount. So hopefully we can I'm gonna try to get it to where it's gonna shoot right along the blade. So then I'll know where we're at. And I might actually put a log on and try to help do that as well. You know, like I'm gonna saw it, touch the log with the actual blade to see where it's gonna cut at and see where the laser hits and help adjust it from there. But I would like to get it pretty close before we start doing that. So let me tighten up the blade real quick. All right, we got the blade all tightened up. Now let's start to take a look at the laser itself. So again, I think I'm gonna go right here because I'm worried that if I put it on the side of it, right here, I'm trying to make sure y'all can see. If I put it on the side where I originally said, I think every single time I open up the door, I risk hitting it and getting it off, and I might have to reset it each and every time. Now, obviously, it might have to reset it every once in a while, but I'm hoping this will help cut that down. So let's take a look at this and see where we get. So let's get the laser. Let's try to put it in there. All right, so let me show you what I got. It took me a little while to find a Allen wrench small enough to go into the little screw. So you've got this little Allen wrench screw that goes right there. I don't know if you can see it. All right, it's a little bitty. It took me a little while to figure that. That actually holds your laser into place. So I finally found one of those that would fit. All right, and the battery box came with these little clamps on it. All right, these little alligator clamps. Didn't like them. They're not real secure on it. So I actually cut them off. All right, I cut them off, got rid of them. Directly wired it together because there is a switch here. All right, I don't know if you can see it now. You can see the light on. All right, there's a switch here that I can turn on and off, or I can just take the batteries out. But it was not giving me a good connection with these alligator clips. They would just keep slipping in and out. So I just directly wired it together to the box is what I did. It's a lot easier for me on that one. I ended up having to move the laser because the way I'm going to mount it, the laser was going up and down. And to come to find out, if you look right there on the front of the laser, there's little notches. You can actually take a screwdriver and turn it to get it to where you want it. So I got it pretty good there. So now we're going to see about where to actually mount this bad boy. I'm thinking about right here. That's where we're going to mount it. Let me turn it on. All right. And then now that can see, so now I can see down the line on where it's going to hit. So let's start trying to find the correct place for this to mark it and to see if we can't go ahead and level it off for the laser. All right, and then we might actually have to, tilt this out, to get it on to the correct thing for the log. So let's start, I guess, tweaking with it is what we got to do to see how we're going to get it. So let's get going. All right, new plan of action. I've tried several different ways to try to even this out to the level out to the blade, but I'm basically trying to get a small little 1/8 of an inch piece. I'm sorry, an 1/8 of an inch laser to match up perfectly to an 1/8 of an inch blade. So I got a log on the deck here, so I'm going to run down, I don't know, 1/4 or way so through, and then back out slowly a little bit, and then that way it should give me more of a matching point. I'm going to try to level it off, obviously make it 5 inches, 6 inches, or whatever the height may be, and that way I can measure it off the deck, and that way I can see if the laser is where it's supposed to be. So let's do that. Let's cut into the log a little bit. All right, everyone, sorry I kind of cut out on you there a little bit, but let me show you where I am right now. It took me a little while to figure this out. I actually made a mistake. So here was my first hole, my first attempt. I found out it was just too low. It was about, I don't know, right at 3/4 of an inch too low, somewhere around in there. But anyway, so I dropped it down and actually moved it over to, let me show you this. So the little bolts, even though they wouldn't probably do that, that actually land more in this area where there's nothing here. So that actually gives me a little bit more leadway. So I got it down, I've got it in, it's got it level. And so now all I gotta do is put the laser in and then figure out actually how I want it tilted in. But now I can actually just adjust it to however I want. And then it's pretty solid too. So I don't know if you're saying, you weren't saying that anyways, I'm sorry. it's pretty solid. It's in there pretty good. I still have to figure out how I'm gonna mount the battery pack, and I think we'll figure that out later. I'm thinking maybe some magnetic strips just to go right here on top. Although I think you can bolt it in because there's holes there. But if I do, it'll go probably right above the top of it. But let's get the laser where we want it and how we want that, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I found some nice little screws that went in perfectly. I don't know if you can see them. They're older screws, just using what I have, but they go in quite nicely and bolt in. And so when look in the other side, look in the inside. That one's a little longer, but I put it on the inside so it's furthest away from the blade. That should be no issues of any kind, as it all fits right here in this nut, this little notch right here, and the blade's already tightened up, so we're all good there. These are all tightened down, hand tight, not as tight as I can get it, and everything's in there quite nice. So now we can put the batteries back in. All right, and I think I can put all that back, and then I can put the laser in, and then I can adjust the laser how I want it. I thought the laser would work, but it doesn't. Let me show you a different problem. Couple of issues. First of all is I thought it was level to even with the blade, but it wasn't. I think a lot of it has to do with I was kicked off to the side. So as you can see here, if you can see it, you can see the black lines. I'm looking at the top black line, whether you can see it or not, the green laser, it is pretty much dead on it. So, and that's level. I put a level on it. That line is level. So that means the laser's level, all right? Well, the problem is it doesn't match up. Move it. You can see it does not match up with the blade. The blade is a good right at 1/2 inch too high, all right? So that's one issue, which I obviously have to, I can adjust that and move the laser based off of that. All right. Second problem, which to me is a bigger issue, and is I was wanting to hopefully it could shoot down the whole length of the log, but it won't, because obviously it's too bright out here. Again, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I can see it, but it kind of peters out about right here, which is 1/4 of the way through the log, and this is not the longest log I can cut, so it's not gonna help me there. Also, the other issue is that, I don't know if you can see this, as I move, so I think, oh, this is where it's gonna hit. As I move, all right, the line, I don't know if you can see it on this camera. I can't locate it on the camera anymore. But basically the line starts right here. Oh, now you can see it. So let me see it right here. So as I go, let me give you a mark so you can see this. Let me get a mark here. So here's the line. You see that black line? It's right there. Green line's right below that line. All right. As I pull forward, the line drops. All right. Now it's kind of faded out. All right, it's faded out, but if you could see it, the line is now all the way down here. So the line moved from here down to here. So that's the issue, and I didn't foresee that. So I'm trying to come up with a solution. The sole purpose of this laser is just to make a cant, a 4-sided cant, and then I'm not interested in handle laser anymore. It's there to just quickly see as a reference on where's my blade gonna hit, where am I gonna come down the line at, and then go from there. I know some of y'all can say, well, it's the simple solution of you can just push your blade up to it and see where it's gonna hit, and now you know, up or down, whatever. And yeah, you're true on that, but I was hoping it would actually shoot down the log a little bit more than it does. But yes, please, if there's anything I'm missing that I'm doing wrong, please put it in the comments below. As I'm interested, I'd like to know whether I'm doing this right or wrong. Thought it was gonna be a little easier than this, and it is. Didn't figure in these problems I was gonna encounter, but hey, that's part of it. So, but again, one more time, if you do have any comments on how I can fix this or change this or what I did wrong, please put them in the comment below. I'm interested to know and learn how to fix this. thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, thanks for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe. It really greatly helps me out. Thank y'all for watching, and happy steading.